Good afternoon. It's 422 Dudley Bob Show with Matt. Let me see who the winner is that we got back there. You got a winner name back there, brother?
Yes, it was Robert.
Robert?
He doesn't want to give his last name out.
Why?
I think he's got warrant. I don't know.
Warrant? Wow, okay. That hurts our feelings. Doesn't want to give his last name out. So, welcome to the cameras, by the way. You can catch these recordings on KLBJFM.com around, I don't know when Dylan puts them up, probably when he leaves the show after this 20-minute segment or so. And see what it's like inside. See our COVID hair and the things we're talking about. And I'm going to need you back here in a second, Chewy, because we're going to do Fast Food Fanatics. And also the dump tape, where you hear us have to edit something out of the show. We have one coming out. It should be up today, if not late this afternoon. If not now, late this afternoon. We just had to make one edit on it. And no, it wasn't me. Wasn't anything I had to do to edit. So there you go. Let's get back to some of the wacky, though, that's going on. Well, the wacky fallout. I don't really have a name for it. I'm saving the best for last. Here's a wacky GOP, I don't know if GOP, she's just a wacky conspiracy lady. And some other woman had built, no, this is in Texas. I have that in Karen's. I've got Karen's later on where you'll see a woman attack a bunch of signs and scream George Soros and the whole thing. This is Greg Abbott. I agree with Greg Abbott. Greg Abbott is calling for Bexar County GOP chair to resign for spreading George Floyd conspiracy theory. Now, Bexar County is BEXAR, and that is San Antonio.
You remember this woman, don't you? We played a clip from her last week.
Did we?
Yeah, last week we played a clip from her. She was talking about the lie that COVID is, and how we were all that COVID didn't exist. You don't remember her?
I have no memory of a video.
We played this exact woman. In fact, this clip that we're looking at right now.
Yep.
Maybe
that's a screenshot, actually.
Oh, and see where it says May 22nd press conference?
Uh-huh.
That's where we watched her last week.
Gotcha.
She is really out there.
It happens, though, dude. It's an illness of some kind, and I don't know why I don't necessarily have it like other people. I like
to inform.
I loved reading the George Titor conspiracy. I don't know if his first name was George. Titor was the last name, Titor.
I don't know that guy.
It's from the early 2000s. It was a guy going online, and he claimed he was from the future, and he had to come back for a certain IBM computer,
right?
That does not exist in the future. And the writing was really well done and compelling. There were even photographs.
Okay.
Now, at not any point during that thing did I think, oh, God, this is real. But it was fun reading it.
It's still good. It was still
fun,
good.
like, what if?
Yeah.
But I think you go home and you have a couple of shooters and you sit there and get on the internet and you're an older person and you sit there and go, you try to find a way to make it fit your politics and your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your own shortcomings. Well, that's not the word I'm looking for. You know what I'm talking about?
Well,
you try to find a way to make it fit your bias. And it's so outrageous that a guy is getting murdered by a knee compressing his neck that you want to find a way out of this one because this doesn't look good for your worldview.
Yeah. There's a couple of books that I've read in the past year and a half, 2 years, whatever it's been, that have maybe 3 years, that have helped out a whole lot and maybe understand some of these folks unless I used to just kind of laugh them off, like, what a lunatic, and then realize that they're not all as dumb as I want to chalk them up to be. There's a book called The Death of Expertise. I recommended it a couple of times on this show, and I think it's pretty good.
I'm waiting for the movie.
And then there is another book called The United States of Paranoia, and both of them kind of help combine the idea. Generally, these people, you want to discount them as being dumb. They tend to not be lower in IQ. Usually average or even above average. What happens,
they wrote a book.
What happens, though, is that how we all kind of really wish we had, the get-rich-quick schemes? Like we talk about, I wish I had invested in that, and then I had to be a millionaire. There's sort of this get-rich-quick scheme idea of knowledge, too, and it's like, man, screw those guys who have something, they've got their foot on my neck because they went to college and they studied this for 15 years.
The anti-vaxxers.
And I don't like being told what's up by that guy. So you find a way around, a lot of times saying, oh, do the research. You go on YouTube and you watch all these videos. See, I've done the research. I didn't go to college. I didn't have to read all these books.
but
I spent one weekend drinking beer and watching 6 or 7 documentaries, and now I'm an expert. And you can espouse those beliefs, and it's sort of like you have something, you got to one-up on the man.
And reading those, doing research on the internet is not doing research. And as I've talked about with Flat Earth Andy and other people, when you do research, you're trying to disprove what you believe.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way you do research. And then you try every method to disprove it. And then if you can't disprove it,
that's a scientific method.
yeah. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. Yeah. And most likely you'll be able to disprove it if you look at solid stuff. Anyway, she posted on, I guess, Facebook, or I don't know. Yeah, Facebook. She said, tell me what you think. Subject, George Floyd, a staged event? These officers were involved with something. I'm not sure exactly what, but something is just not adding up. Also, this supposed officer is now missing from his home, nowhere to be found, has the smell of MK Ultra activation. Is that
Hell yeah.
Is that Q?
Q, yeah.
God dang.
That sounds like
my God.
sounds like a shampoo.
You're idiots.
Ultra
Sorry.
what?
MK Ultra?
You don't. Here's the thing.
Come on, Bob. You don't know.
Ultra activation.
You don't know about
German?
holograms,
Q,
Bob?
Q
No.
people. Q people.
I'm simple.
Smart spies would never let you in on anything.
Right.
Smart spies don't want to talk to guys with a big Q on the back of their truck.
I still am never going to forget the time I did a remote 2 years ago, and a guy walked up to me with a giant Q on his T-shirt, giant red, white, and blue Q, and said, you need to tell that Dale Dudley he needs to learn something.
Well, Ari, why don't you learn me, sir? You never
like,
told me about that one, did you?
Yeah, or maybe,
Yeah.
or it was some other quote. We used to talk about it in
Yeah.
here. I don't remember what his quote. He needed to, or he needs to get his, he doesn't have his facts straight. Whatever it was.
That guy's exactly the reason that I pulled back on doing remotes many years ago.
He was wearing jorts and what are those clogs? Those grown-up clogs.
Oh,
Crocs?
Birkenstocks?
Crocs,
Oh,
jorts, and Crocs. And I'm
Oh, you
sorry,
could've said
I know that is half of our listenership, and I'm not
Hey,
judging you
yeah.
for the jorts and Crocs. I'm just saying that if you're going to come at me sometimes, maybe I'll listen to something a guy in a suit and a tie says, because there's something about a man in a suit and tie you
Substance.
think,
A man
like, well,
is
maybe that
substance.
guy knows something I don't know, because he's in the middle of the day, he's got a suit and tie. He must have a better job than I got.
I see a Q.
But when you're literally using a Bowie knife to pick the muck out of your teeth, you're like, you got to tell Dale Dudley he don't know nothing.
I love it.
Anyway, I love you, Bastrop.
If I see a Q coming, I'm doing exactly what it says. I'm quick. I'm getting away from that human being. She finished with, I still think there's very least the possibility that this was a filmed public execution of a black man by a white cop with the purpose of creating racial tensions and driving a wedge in the growing group of anti-deep state sentiment, almost said cinnamon, from common people, and then it stops. They didn't screen cap the rest of it. Well, she's right that it was a filmed public execution of a black man by
She's
a
saying
white
it's
cop.
staged, I think.
Yeah, but she's also just this thing that this new thing that conspiracy people do where they go, well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, there's at least a possibility. You're right.
Yeah.
There's also a possibility that there's a unicorn inside my butthole now. There's a possibility.
I think I've seen
It shouldn't even be called conspiracy. It's a fabricated thing to give people good reason in their minds to not see the horrific things that are being done to our government. We talked about that. I talked about this with some friends this weekend. They have parents who are the sweetest people in the world, but they can't let anything go, and it's just one word: abortion. That's it. They cannot let it go at all. These friends' parents can't read. It just always goes back to that. So they'll find this fake pedophile thing or whatever it is they do. But Greg Abbott called for her to resign from.
It's at least a possibility.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Also, somebody else called for her to resign.
Somebody's doing the raping.
I was gonna say,
Anyway, she's. I don't know if she's resigned yet, but
No.
oh look, Chip Roy jumped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chip Roy, who wanted more military out. He's your rep there in Dripping Springs
Well-
and down to San Antonio. and Wendy Davis is running against him, and I think she's going to clean his clock.
Did you see what Chip wrote? Chip comes out against her, but not wholly.
Against let's see. He wrote, if this is an accurate email, she should resign.
He did the same. It's a possibility that somebody is trying to make her look bad. If this is and guess who else guess who else chimed in?
Matt Makoviak. Matt listens to the show and has done our show, and he was on.
I don't know that he listens to the show.
He talked to me 2 or 3 days before the election in 2016. Hated Trump. Hated him. And then
what about 2 or 3 days after the election?
I don't know how long it took.
It took about a week.
I don't know how long it took. So
now he is correct in that she's been an embarrassment. He's spot on that one. She is a loopy Lou.
Yeah, all right.
But here's the deal. She's the head of the Republican Party for the county. That means that she helps with some elections.
Right.
She doesn't have any power.
Right.
Do you know what I mean by that? Do you remember who's the guy that wears
She brings a casserole.
Who's the guy that wears the jester hat in Austin?
Robert Morrow?
Yes. So, and now Matt's taken his place, right? Matt Makoviak. But these people don't have. They help put together some fundraisers. They help when some people come to the city, but they're not making any law.
No.
And lunacy is sometimes awesome, isn't it? Like, this woman has delivered us content 2 weeks in a row. Robert Morrow, was that his name, Robert Morrow? Wore a tricolored jester hat every time he did an interview with KI or something.
I love him now, though. He is anti.
He's a fun dude.
He is anti, and he brings out the signs about the accusation from the 13-year-old girl. I mean, I'm sympathetic.
I like kooks, and I don't think that we should eliminate kooks from our. You know what I mean?
Keeps life interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
the next one is just choice. This is choice, and I haven't even heard it yet. This is Fox and Friends.
They're not my friends.
It's a very diverse group, Bob. There's a white dude, a white hot girl, and a white dude. Notice there's no old ladies on there.
Well, they're all 3 different shades of white. So,
Well, those guys are really young.
Okay, this is.
There's a couple of late 50s, early 60s dudes, and
do you know what
and a
this
girl who's
is?
30.
Do you know what this is already?
Police officers under attack. I don't know what it is.
All right, here you go.
Am I gonna wet myself?
I haven't heard it. I
Okay.
just saw the quote.
All right, let's
Here
just
we go.
listen.
To hum Imagine by John Lennon. He wants us to imagine. John Lennon wouldn't be safe in the city right now. He'd be hiding in his apartment.
Maybe not.
No.
He might
Hold on, though. Think about this for a second. I forget how Imagine came up.
Because they're
saying John Lennon wouldn't be safe in New York City. Right. John Lennon wasn't safe in New York City.
Well,
he was shot in New York City.
But not by the city. He was shot by a
I
lone,
understand.
Yeah.
Well, I understand, though.
But I think Lennon might be walking the streets with protesters.
Well,
if he was alive.
He'd be naked.
We're taking it too.
Come on, man.
We're taking
you know what?
We're taking it too literally. I was going for the irony of them saying John Lennon wouldn't be safe in New York.
We'll put Matt's
All we
picture.
are saying is give the clip a chance.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Really? You got some.
What was the?
If you say you want a revolution.
Who brought up Imagine that these people went?
Oh, probably. My guess is going to be Bill de Blasio.
No.
He wants you to hum Imagine by John Lennon. He wants us to imagine. John Lennon wouldn't be safe in the city right now. He'd be hiding in his...
That's funny to me, man. I don't know why. He wasn't safe in that city in 1980, December the 9th, 1980. Oh, boy.
Shot rang
But
out
he didn't.
in a Memphis sky.
He's saying that John Lennon would be hiding. But the reason one of the reasons he got shot because he was always out and about in New York City. He was never hiding.
We were just
I don't like this Fox. I don't like their bowling programming. I don't like their news programming.
The point was, never mind.
I understand.
Let's do Fast Food Fanatics. It's a sad Fast Food Fanatics too.
Jeez.
So you're saying he would be out right now, or he would be? You think he would be? You think he would leave New York?
He wasn't a shut-in when he lived in New York. Him and Yoko walked the streets like regular people.
Yeah, he was out amongst the people.
And that's
you think
one of
there's
the
broken glass now? Imagine if Yoko was singing on the streets. Think of all the extra broken windows.
She might disperse.
Have you seen the document? Not the documentary. the Lennon thing, the John, what was his name? I can't think today. I got a little of a hang. Mark David Chapman.
Oh, no.
Have you seen the Jared Leto movie where he played Mark David Chapman and he gained 100 pounds to play Mark David Chapman?
No.
It's really underrated. I mean, it's really not
I don't even know the name
Sounds
of
like
it.
the Matt Bearden story.
It's really.
What's it called?
I don't
know. Just look up Jared Leto, John Lennon.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Would Jared Leto be safe in New York City today?
Good question. I don't even know. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Let's see if I can find out what it's called. It's called
Chapter 27.
Chapter 27, which means Chapter 27 from Catcher in the Rye.
Is this a new movie?
Well, that Catcher in the Rye caused some crazy people do some crazy stuff,
Sure did.
didn't it?
Oh, no.
That book has gotten more
And
folks.
I read that book and was just completely unimpressed.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're a phony.
I am a phony.
So you sound like a phony.
Phony was in there 7,000
times. Big old phony.
Oh, it's a 2007 movie.
Yeah, it's from way back, but look at him in this. Let's see. Is this?
Hi, I'm Jared. This is Toma. We are.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Is he an anime character?
I swear to God, whoever these guys are, I thought they were Sprockets. You remember Sprocket?
Oh, yeah. But they wore black, didn't they? Black tights.
Chapter 27. Here you go. Let's play this. It's pretty good, dude.
I don't think this kind of movie I could watch.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know if it was going to be good or bad.
Look how much weight he gained.
I'm Mark Chapman. I'm here to meet John Lennon. I can't believe I'm standing right here.
Do you like his new album?
His new album?
Yeah, silly. You should buy it and ask John to sign it.
Ugh. I know that everyone thinks she's a lunatic, but she's hot.
Who was that? I was looking at
Who was it?
Jared.
Oh, you didn't recognize
Was
her.
that Aubrey Plaza?
No, it's not Aubrey Plaza.
Who was it?
You.
Oh,
Her.
Oh, Doherty. Shannon Doherty.
Nope. That's Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know why Doherty came to my mind.
And ask John to sign
She's
it.
great. She's great in
I
this
love
movie.
bad girls.
She's excellent in this movie.
Hey, bad girls, send me your DMs.
Is he home?
God dang. I got to do a sidebar right now.
Yep.
Right now. You already know what I'm going to say?
When you hit the button,
What?
I want to say 2 words when you hit the button. Hit the button.
How
I
much?
know what you're going to say. Go.
Tracy.
Looks exactly like somebody we know. Right there. Wow.
I'm going to be meeting him soon.
Do you like New York?
It's nothing like Hawaii. Hawaii.
We don't need to watch the whole thing. It's chapter 27 if you want to watch
Man.
it. It really was under the radar. And not a real laugh riot, but pretty much just the days leading up to the stuff that he did.
Fat Jared Leto. Do you know who I think he'd make a great husband for?
Who's
Fat
that?
Claire Danes.
Oh, hey, here's another TV show that just came out. You know what I want to watch? I was the cinematographer on it.
10 minutes.
Oh, you shot this?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at your
Yeah,
camera work.
cut that down.
I
to
just,
2.
dude, hold on a minute. Before you go after
That's
me.
pretty good camera work right there.
I don't think that's our house. Before you go after me, all I did was take it and lean it onto a tripod and walk away.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the next room.
You're not
going
to do any tracking shots or anything?
I didn't do anything. Just 2 angles, I think. So.
So this is a cooking video.
Hello, I'm Julia Child.
Oh, baby.
I'm Amanda Dudley, and I am going to teach you how to make my
I see you moving in the
famous
background.
Oriental pork.
Yeah, you can see
I
me
saw
in the
your
damn
reflection
window.
in the.
Yeah. Oriental pork meatballs.
I'm Amanda Dudley.
All right, we don't need to watch any more of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. How's my framing there? Is it okay?
Looks great.
Yeah.
Everything good? All right.
You might want to invest in a microphone.
Yeah, I told her it needed a microphone. I had a microphone, but I don't know how to hook it up to the iPhone.
What is she making? Her meatballs?
I just said pork meatballs.
Yeah, they're good.
They are good.
I remember when she used to bring them to us.
Yeah, well.
She did used to bring it. They were really good.
They were good.
One time I went over to their house and she made them in like 2 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are officially under Fast Food Fanatics. The jingle played, so you know.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it played.
And then we started talking about Mark David Chapman.
Yeah, my bad. Lubys is for sale.
I will buy it.
All of the equipment. And
All of it?
Yeah. Texas Icon Lubys announces intent to sell all assets and restaurant business.
Can you keep the name?
I'm sure you
Well,
could.
that's an asset.
Lubys announced Wednesday it's going to sell all
Well,
operating divisions and real estate assets to pay stockholders and debts after the company has struggled financially for a long time. The cafeteria-style restaurants have been a source of comfort food for Texans since the first Lubys was opened in San Antonio more than 70 years ago. During the sale process, certain of the company's restaurants will remain open to continue serving our guests, and the company wrote in the press release. And before making the decision, a special committee reviewed a range of strategic alternatives that would maximize stockholder value, the company wrote.
Oh, they own Fuddruckers. I forgot.
Yeah, they're selling off the operating divisions, Lubys, Fuddruckers, and Culinary Contract Services.
I wonder if it was Lubys, though, and I wonder if it's Fuddruckers that brought them down and not Lubys, because I would think, because the baby boomers are really starting to age now, that Lubys would be more popular than it used to be.
No.
I would. I'm thinking that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
When's the last time you went to a Lubys?
Yesterday.
He sat at the friends table.
One right over here in this little heritage area.
Was it Lubys that had the friends table?
There is a Lubys right over here, and I know for a fact you haven't been there.
Why?
Because you would have told stories when you came in here. Because that one is that Lubys over there seems more dangerous than the one where the guy was actually shooting the place.
Moti.
I'm all, dude, the Steck location.
Let's go.
That's how you meet an old lady.
Let's go.
If you want to meet a nice old lady,
Sugar mommy, yeah.
pop it up in that Steck location.
Really?
You need to go about 3 p.m., 4 p.m., right before she goes to bed.
She's tired.
Yeah.
I told you this is a sad fast food fanatics. Hula Hut has had to close because of a breakout of COVID. 2 employees got the COVID.
Damn.
And so they've just kind of shut it down again.
Yeah, you got to.
There you go. Hula Hut was it was a spinoff of the original Chewy's people.
Yeah, the Comida Deluxe.
Right. I didn't know Hula Hut was still going, and I apologize for that. It's been a long time.
I have not been there in probably 2 decades.
So you haven't been to Lubys or Hula Hut?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Quick question, if I may.
Are you sure it's going to be quick?
No, you're right. I'll shut up.
No, please.
No.
Talk more. I need it.
Okay. I'll think about it.
I need a shot of Jameson's.
I forgot what I was going to say.
You said quick question.
You said quick
I know,
question.
and then I forgot.
That was quick.
I know. What do you think?
Well, get back to us on it.
All right.
You had just asked me if I'd been to either Hula Hut or Lubys.
Right, but before that.
I feel like Fast Food Fanatics has gotten sad.
It is. I
it's
told you.
It's just all restaurant closing.
It's
That's
Fast
it.
Food Fanatics. It's going to get worse.
Yeah. Have you seen the numbers recently for Travis County?
No.
Or the state of Texas?
Here's a positive.
We're going. They're locking us back up. I'm going to tell you that right now. This little experiment, let's open everything up.
Yeah,
you should see the numbers.
The COVID rate shot up.
Yeah,
in Texas.
They're getting ready to put us all back in prison.
We're in the brown. You know how they color code the states.
No, but I think the brown is pretty good.
This is good news. I'll go to good news here. Cracker Barrel, because of the COVID, is adding booze.
That's just what we need.
Because of the COVID?
That's just what we need.
Yeah. They're testing wine and beer
sales.
as it expects sales to be choppy while dining rooms reopen. Like many restaurants, Cracker Barrel is slowly reopening its dining rooms. A new report from Nation's Restaurant News said the chain's expecting the sales to be choppy, as we mentioned. I don't need to read any more of this. They're going to offer beer and wine at the Cracker Barrel. Still have never eaten at a Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
Once.
Once. I stood in line.
Time.
Stood in line Thanksgiving Day in Denver, Colorado. And then we waited an hour and got scared we might miss our flight. So
never been?
Stood outside of one. Never got inside.
It's down
you don't
home.
even have the right clothes for a Cracker Barrel, do you? All your shirts have sleeves.
You got the right belly.
I like the gift shop.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Potato gun,
I've
or
only been
rubber
once.
band gun, or actual real gun.
They got good prank stuff, yeah.
They got fake doo-doo.
And real, yeah.
Fake vomit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Deleted the story I was going to get into. All right, now back to the sad.
There's no specials, nothing going on. No twofers, no BOGOs.
I don't know. The show prepper is pulled back because there's not a lot going on in restaurants. Here are the restaurant chains that will not make it till the end of the year. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to combine breaks here? Because they're kind of small.
Oh, am I at a break?
Oh, yeah, we were at 46.
That's so fast, dude.
Well, this break's short, too. So
I'm sorry, listeners. I didn't prep. I mean, I didn't
combine it.
I didn't time it well today. Oh, we can combine them?
We can go to 522.
Okay, 522. Let's stay on. Dylan, if you have to go, we understand.
Yeah, you just shut it whenever you need to.
Just whenever you need
Dills.
to. Well, how close are we to ever being live again, Dylan? Show me.
Dylan likes to go by Dill Billy, by the way.
Okay.
Dill pickles sometimes.
That's his new name.
Here are restaurants that won't make it through the year. Bar Louie. I don't think we have one, do we?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
I've seen the sign.
It may have closed here, but there was one here.
Is it down by the convention center? What am I thinking? Where have I seen it?
They have been losing money while expanding too quickly. They filed bankruptcy.
Isn't that always the case?
Sbarro. The best pizza in New York.
Mall
Sbarro.
Golly. Why? The final death knell was the moment malls started closing left and right. Late 2019, Sbarro closed its historic Times Square location.
There's a sentence in there that says the pizza started to decrease in quality. How do you decrease the quality of a Sbarro's pizza?
Well,
it started already in the bottom of the barrel.
There's a rumor in the industry that Pasquale's was cutting into their margins.
Callback, listeners. Pasquale's is a secret name for during COVID, Chuck E. Cheese has been using to deliver pizzas through food apps.
Right.
So if you see, what is it again?
Pasquale's.
If you see
Come on.
Pasquale's, you're ordering pizza from Chuck E. Cheese.
Bad news coming for Chewy.
Applebees has been on the downsing for a while. The restaurant's been changing its menu in an attempt to attract new customers, but it seems like people don't want to eat reheated food anymore. Wow, that was mean.
I've been reading a lot that COVID is really an accelerator. It's been accelerating things that were naturally going to happen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And some of these places probably didn't deserve this.
I see what you're saying. I was eventually going to just not fit in any of my clothes.
Right.
So why not do it in like an 8-week period?
I mean, this next one shocks me. Hooters is having trouble. There was a time when Hooters opened its own airline.
Oh yeah, hotels, Vegas hotel, casino.
There was Hooters Airline. There was a
But isn't that
Hooters
part
casino.
of the problem when that's not their game. That's not their game.
It's a long time coming. It says Hooters was one of the biggest restaurants in the business, but millennials aren't digging the atmosphere.
You said breast. Spell
Boy,
restaurant.
Millennials have had it rough.
I know you can't spell restaurant, but can you spell restaurant?
USA Today referred to this chain as a fading relic of the 80s. I'll never forget a girlfriend of mine that got mad at me because I went to Hooters. Tammy let me have it, man, when I went to Hooters.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was weird. Out of nowhere. Like I'd gone to a strip club, I guess, which, most women I've dated don't have a problem with that.
My wife loved Hooters.
Well, in the last 10 years, Hooters has closed 7% of its stores, and that number's only growing. In an attempt to change the demographic, they opened a fully clothed locations called Hoots. Well, there always was a fully clothed. They were fully clothed. As a matter of fact, my beef with Hooters
was too much clothes.
Pantyhose.
Yeah,
they're disgusting. Pantyhose are disgusting.
We all know what they smell like.
Pantyhose, nylon.
Yeah,
that's been drugged through the ocean.
Not great for airflow.
No, it's not. Yeah. Boston Market.
Yeah, never been. I don't get their concept. I don't even know what the concept of a Boston Market is.
Here's what I don't understand.
It's like Thanksgiving dinners and
like
dinners for families.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, so I'll go there once a year?
Yeah, but a question for you. When has Boston ever been known for turkey sandwiches?
Oh,
there's some disconnect. I can't.
I just read what killed them. Take a guess at what really killed them. They serve something that is so widely available now. You see it when you walk in your grocery store.
Oh, those chickens. Those
rotisserie chicken. Their specialty was rotisserie chicken, and now you can get them anywhere.
That put Kenny Rogers out of business, too, I think.
Yeah.
Remember the roasters? Maybe they're on the list.
Yeah, and Boston Market Boston, it used to be called Boston Carvers or something. It had a different name, too, even before it.
Well, this makes me sad.
We used to have some good times.
This is where we hired Matt.
Yeah.
Yep.
We hired Matt at Carrabba's. And they catered my wedding, and I didn't pay $1 for it. They were super great people. Oh, man, that makes me sad.
Did it ever make you guys feel bad that I didn't know I was being hired that night?
Well, that's why we called you to hire you.
Never knew
Should
that.
we have let you know that we were hiring?
Just thought you got invited out for some delicious Italian food?
They invited me out, and they said, here's what we want or whatever. But, I I had never, I still hadn't talked to any of the bosses here. I didn't know that they had the say. So I thought they were just saying, we really want you. And I was like, all right, I'll do my best to get the job. Like, that's why I left. And my wife was like, well, you're nervous? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to let those guys down. I want to do good in my interview. I had no idea I was being hired that night. Not until after I came here. They were like, we hired you that night. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know
that was more of a celebration dinner than anything.
I wasn't celebrating. I was nervous the whole time because I was just like,
slam dunk.
I don't want to get too excited in case I don't get this job.
Biggest mistake. Wrong sound effect. Sorry.
No, man.
I hope I had an echo going on.
We just wanted the Chianti to flow and to celebrate.
I know, but I would have been way more celebratory, I think, if I had known that I was getting the job.
We had no power.
He's mad about us giving him a job. Will you let him be mad?
I'm not mad. I'm saying
you sound mad.
It's the only time you guys have ever invited me out for dinner, and I didn't know well enough to like have a good time and celebrate.
This is why they are always next to a what do you call it? Outback Steakhouse. They're owned by Bloomin' Brands.
Yep.
It's been struggling.
I want a bloomin' onion.
Locations of this restaurant have been closing to the point where there are only 240 nationwide. Well, that's still
pretty
good.
Big.
Still have great food. They really do.
I like the chicken Brian's my favorite.
I hope they make it.
I may go back for one last.
Golden Corral.
Oh man.
Oh man, the scene of the famous biscuit episode.
Dude.
The biscuit episode.
I still tell that story to people. They can't believe it.
The biscuit episode short story was Bob and I, as a joke, went to eat at the Golden Corral when it first opened on Lamar.
Yeah.
North Lamar. And a woman had her kids there. Two kids with no shoes on.
Barefoot. In the
dirty restaurant. And somebody dropped a roll.
They used to ring a bell every once in a while when the hot rolls got
and they rushed over, and somebody dropped a roll, and we watched these two kids hockey it between their dirty
they played
feet.
Soccer with it.
And then the mom looked down and picked it up and put it back on the plate. And we watched workers coming in.
And we go, who's going to get it? Who's going to get it?
We played dirty biscuit roulette.
Who's going to get it? It was a city worker.
Is it that guy? Is it that guy? No, no. He cleared it. And then it was a city worker comes in and we go, no.
But we didn't tell him.
In our heads, we went, no. And he got the dirty foot biscuit.
I'm fat. I still love the Golden Corral. I still love a buffet.
You're fat?
At some point, I'm going to go to a buffet again.
Do they put steak out and everything?
Oh, yeah. They'll let you, you get to pick.
Wow.
Sirloin Stockade does it, too.
Knock on wood, but have you guys noticed, like, I haven't had a cold in a long time, and I think that what we're doing here, I know it's tragic and that whole thing, we're gonna be so much less sick.
That's what I'm telling you about. COVID is accelerating things.
And I was already,
the future is here.
When I'm not joking, when I stopped shaking hands at our podcasts and remotes where there were 300 people,
right,
I got less colds. I got less infections, and I think now, because no one's gonna ever shake hands anymore, are they?
No.
We got to come up with a greeting.
Touch wieners.
Just pull your sack.
No.
But
you stay clothed. You stay clothed. You just
That's too close.
You knock groin when you see.
Too close.
Hello, ladies.
What happened to Golden Corral? A lot of other buffets open. You know what I miss is.
Also, do you know what they did inside of the Golden Corrals? They put a bunch of Golden Corrals in there, and that was the problem. Also,
I was at the grand opening of Grandy's on North Lamar.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, dog.
What was Grandy's? That's like a Denny's, right?
Dude,
no,
dude.
Chicken
fried steak.
But was it a sit down?
Steak.
No, it's like a grandma's.
It was like a fast chicken place.
A fast food grandma's cooking.
I thought it was a diner.
No. You walked up, you ordered the counter.
Fast food.
I used to go to town on Grandy's chicken fried steak.
That's a problem.
Go to town, brother.
When 4 people have 4 different ideas of what it is,
that's a problem.
That's a problem. That's bad branding.
There's still Grandy's.
I would absolutely go.
Where are they though?
Can you get pancakes 24 hours a day?
They do got biscuits.
Serve them plenty, leave them happy.
Look at that big old plate of chicken fried steak.
Is there anything that says locations?
No. Special message from the CEO. Franchise. Oh, find restaurants. Click on the locations tab. Oh, here
there it is. There you go.
Yeah.
This will be show trip. We're gonna take all the listeners.
Is it that good?
We're gonna get a bus.
Plano. It's all in Dallas.
Garland.
Plano, Dallas, Garland, Irving.
So basically, they shrunk back to their original footprint. Victoria,
Texarkana.
I want to say
El Paso.
There was one in South Austin.
There was. You know where the
but that used to be
Hyde Park the Hyde Park Bar and Grill is in the Central
you know
Market.
what that was originally when I moved here?
I thought it was always a Granny's.
I can't even say the word, but it was a
Sambo's.
Well, that was the name of the restaurant, Bob.
Wait, that really made you uncomfortable. Should I have not said that? It just when you said I can't even say the word, I was like, oh, that's probably what it is.
I had a copy of that book as a child. I was given that as a gift as a kid, little boy. I was given that book twice, I think.
Except it wasn't named for that book. That's how unfortunate
That's right.
that restaurant is.
We did a whole thing about that.
It was a combination of the two owners' names, and they just whatever you call that when you combine two names.
Right.
There was
pretty racist children's book.
There was a racist children's book that was circulated in the 1950s and 60s.
Right.
And,
so, but these two guys just named the place after combining their two names together.
Too late.
That was with the racist illustrations and stuff. Right? Is that what it was?
It just was like...
No, hold on. But didn't we... Didn't we find out that there were...
There's still one or two
that there were
left.
connotations like stuff left on the...
Are we still videotaping?
Yeah.
Dylan, were you on me just now when I was doing all that ridiculous acting out why the Sambo was problematic? You weren't? Okay, thank God.
Check the tape because I want it on.
Well, I was drawing out on my face the problem with this. Now you're back to Dylan, stop! Let's just say, in your mind, if you think that a racist is going to draw a black child, what it would look like, and that's what the story was.
Yeah,
about.
that word Sambo it was a word used against blacks. We probably should stop using it. But
that location was that Grandy's location.
Didn't we read somewhere that they kind of, even though that wasn't how they got their name, that they kind of adopted it somehow?
I think that they did later, like some of the characters. Like I think that they did, and then
here it is. The guys who started Battistone and Bonnet capitalized on the connection by decorating the walls of restaurants with scenes from the book, including a dark-skinned boy, tigers, and a pale magical unicycle riding a man called the Tree Friend.
What year was this?
By the early 1960s, the illustrations.
Late enough?
Holy
Late
cow.
enough to know. But there was one in South Austin. It may have been, usually if there was something in South Austin, there was one in North Austin, too, back in the 70s.
I think Bob's nervous because he was a member of their kids club called the Tiger Tamers.
No, I never ate there.
All right, let's move on. These are restaurants
I was woke.
that allegedly this website, finance website, say they're not going to make it. Golden Corral. And the next one, Jack in the Box. What you talking about?
Always going to be a Jack in the Box. Come on. As long
Somebody
as
will buy
as
Jack
long as
in the
they're
Box.
advertising.
Is it because bars are closed? Well, I guess bars are open now.
I don't even everything. I like their tacos and I like the egg rolls.
Burgers are horrible.
I didn't want to say it, but when I first ever started smoking pot.
Hold on a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Whoa.
I don't even know I got it. I don't know who's buying it.
You said it 4 seconds ago, and then you deleted about 30.
The whole
You
Kyle
got it.
Troop interview.
Now we got
gone.
to talk about what we're talking about now.
Yeah, now you have to say, hey, you dump stuff about Jack in the Box and not about the previous unfortunate restaurant.
And then we
because
have
now,
yeah,
now this is going to seem like you said something horribly racist.
No. I didn't.
We should go on record and say that this show does not support the previously named restaurant.
I dumped 20 seconds of it.
You also have to remember that
founded by Samuel and
we're still
Beaurent.
filming.
Jack in the Box. Nobody said anything wrong. I just didn't want to slag Jack in the Box. I have an opinion about their burgers. Now I'm doing it again.
Okay.
And I don't know who's listening, and I don't know who's buying ads these days. I'm protecting the thing. It had nothing to do with the restaurant before that we were talking about.
Love their tacos. Love their egg
I
rolls.
just am not a fan of their burgers. I love their fried tacos.
I think their name is so strong. I think it will survive. Somebody will buy, license it, or something.
You and I should take you and hold your hand through a burger ordering process. They got a couple things there, dude.
Not compared to
sourdough patty melt with extra onion mayo.
Chipotle.
Now, I heard their stock was way up.
God, what is it like to just not care anymore and eat whatever you want to eat?
You're not doing that?
No. Wow, thanks.
Chewy.
I had water crackers and cheese last night. A lot of it. I ate the whole ball of brie or whatever it was. Not brie. one of them things.
You ate a whole cheese ball, and you're going to give me a hard time about eating a hamburger at one point in my life?
Cheese is no carb, my friend.
Unbelievable.
No, it wasn't a sweet cheese ball.
This thing about this.
What?
Nothing.
I don't eat lunch. I didn't have over 2,000.
You're not being criticized.
You do look thinner.
No, I don't need to look thinner.
I saw it.
I need this to stop. I didn't have over 2,000 calories yesterday. I hadn't eaten all day.
You're not being accused of anything.
I feel like I am.
No, that was just on the tail end of what'd you like to be able to just...
That wasn't an insult.
Be an idiot.
Do you know how bad I want to stop at Whataburger on the way home or P. Terry's? I'm eating diet food that I heat in a microwave right now. It's actually really good. It's called
Ask
Diet
me what
to
I
go.
had for dinner last night.
No,
please,
it wasn't an insult.
Please.
I want to know what it's like.
Please ask me what I had for dinner last night.
But when you have this stuff,
what do you have for dinner?
When you have this, do you feel guilty afterwards?
No, yesterday
I do.
Yesterday I didn't eat at all. So when my wife was texting me, I was like, "Yes, order me this." She was like, "Well, I think we're just gonna hit P. Terry's. So I don't feel like cooking." And I said, "Perfect." And I got a double with cheese, add bacon, and jalapeno, and I got a crispy, spicy chicken sandwich to go with it.
Oh, where's the two sandwich controversy?
I didn't
over
get
here?
2 chicken sandwiches though. I got a double burger and a chicken sandwich.
He didn't do it medicinally. This is a recreational order. I'm sure he had fries as well.
Thank you for having my back on that one. It was good.
Chipotle, they're saying.
And tots tonight.
Chipotle's struggling.
We've completely let go at the Bearden household. You can do whatever you want to at our house right now.
You feel guilty afterwards, though, don't you?
I do. I'm down 20 pounds, though.
I torture myself if I eat badly.
This is the first
I
weekend.
have regret like crazy.
I'm going to go without cheating this weekend.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to try anything. You know what? I'm going to get a burger tonight because nothing's going to work until I.
That was easy.
Nothing's going to work until I put the booze down. That's it.
True. You know
that
what?
is it.
Yeah. True.
Chipotle has got trouble. So
I didn't know about this.
They got a child labor violation in Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's nitpicking.
They're still owned by McDonald's,
I'm telling you right now,
right?
You should be able to let a 14-year-old work at fast food.
They're closing.
I worked when I was 12, 13 years old.
They're already slated to close 65 stores.
Their stock's doing good.
Oh, Red Robin. I actually ate at a Red Robin.
How many times will
that
store die? And
there's one in Cedar Park.
I'm not mad at
There
Red
is? I thought they had left Austin.
Brand new one in Cedar
There's one
Park.
on Palmer 35.
they go away.
They show up, they go away. They show
come
up,
back.
they go away.
It's crazy.
There's only 562 locations.
They're not bad.
Sounds like it's still doing well.
Stuff's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their burgers are all right.
The
You get that unlimited fries?
risk of bankruptcy is 45%, which is higher than that of the restaurant industry, which is 37%. Papa Murphy's.
No,
not
come
Papa.
on.
Papa.
Take and bake.
Is Papa Murphy the one where you go in there and they give you pizza and then you go
They
home
don't even
and
have
cook it?
ovens, yeah. I wanted to buy. I was thinking
Bob
about.
buys them because he's got an oven in his living room.
Oh, Jesus. You know, I don't have to.
I didn't see that one.
I don't have to sit here.
Matt, again,
And
when I have a really funny line, Matt Bearden is 4 feet away from the microphone with his head in his hands.
All right. You know
because
what?
he thinks that was the best burn.
I'm sad. I'm sad because you just murdered my friend in front of me, dude. I'm sad. Rip.
I'm gonna put a picture of my
R.I.P.
fireplace.
Bob. Do you? I feel like I still hear his voice. Do you think it's his ghost?
The whole thing doesn't look like a pizza oven. Just the.
Do you feel like he just burned you?
God dang it! I gotta destroy.
As burned as you get when you start firing that pizza oven in your living room.
I'm gonna demo that fireplace this weekend. Look at it. It looks like a.
Oh, you think? Hey, you think this is good? Wait till the other project he has going at home.
People
kicks in.
already are guessing it, and I'm not happy about it.
Why? I share my life.
So you're gonna share
Times
yours.
are different when you were.
No, they weren't.
They absolutely were.
No, they weren't. BJ's Brew House.
What is Tyler gonna do without a BJ's Brew House?
Maybe if the one in Cedar Park had waited on me at 3:00 in the afternoon.
I went once, and
Well,
I
you
don't
really
know.
will go right. You'll go right after the jugular on a place, won't you?
Yeah, I always kind of like BJ's when taking the kids. It's all right. I just haven't been back to that one. I still go back to.
Are you talking about the one that's?
I still go back to the place that won't, the Mexican food place that won't make a quesadilla.
Roses, or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, which BJ's are you talking about in Cedar Park? Where is it located exactly?
Whitestone, right across the street from down the street.
I don't know where Whitestone is.
Whitestone's the main drag. 1431 that goes.
Devil's Backbone?
That connects that connects around Rock and Cedar Park and Jonestown and those places.
So this article's saying that these restaurants won't be here next year.
It's saying
they're saying they're in big trouble.
They could
hey,
not.
You know
be
what?
here.
You know what other industry is in big trouble? The publishing industry. So they're just putting out whatever articles they can right now to get you to click. And we have
Quiznos has been having Quiznos.
Didn't know
I didn't know
they were even
Quiznos was still around.
I just still laugh. There was a Quiznos that I would stop by out on 360 when I lived somewhere else every once in a while, and I guess they just get tired of paying the franchise fee, right?
Yeah.
To Quiznos. So the woman just moved it around and made it Susie Q's. With the same letters, everything. Steak and Shake. No, I haven't been to Steak and Shake in a long time.
That's part of why
There's
they're
no one
shutting
near
her.
me. The only one I know is on South I-35.
the only one I know.
Those are the
too.
thin smashed patties, right? You got to get like 3 or 4 of those things.
Yeah.
Ruby Tuesday.
Never been.
Man, that is a blast from the past.
Boy,
Isn't it?
no
Remember,
kidding.
they used to be in malls. Remember?
Is that a standalone Ruby Tuesday?
There were
they're showing me?
standalone Ruby Tuesdays. They're
Yeah,
mostly
there's one in the
standalone.
there was still one in the Arboretum.
What
or in
was the name?
Gateway,
okay.
isn't it?
What was the name of the place in Texas? They had one in Tyler. They had one here.
The bars.
That was in the corner of the back of the mall.
Yeah.
It was a bar.
Chelsea Street.
Chelsea Street
There's
pub.
still a Chelsea Street pub in Austin.
No, there
No,
is
isn't.
not.
Yes, there is.
Where?
Up north, they do stand up comedy there.
Yo, they were known for that. They did stand up comedy in Tyler.
Oh, are you kidding me right
Yeah.
now?
They had a lot of
They would
one-man
have
bands
musicians
too.
and stuff. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the Chelsea Street pub is still operating.
Okay,
I think
hold
there's
on.
one in like Lake.
Because I'll
the
be there
Lakeway
getting a
area.
mountain of nachos
Not Lakeway.
tonight.
What's that called up there? That mall that's up there that they built that
Lake
nobody
Line.
went to. Lakeline.
If there's a Chelsea Street pub, I'm going.
Being in a mall now is weird.
Capital
dude.
of Texas
You go-
Highway.
You go to a mall now, and it's just weird.
There's one in Abilene.
Is there one here still?
I don't see it.
Temporarily closed. You're right.
Wait, that says Chelsea.
Oh, that's Corpus Christi. Hold on.
Yeah, what's that one right there? Yeah, click on that where it says 2901 Capital of Texas.
It's under menus. It's under Menuseum. In other words, it's gone.
It's closed. It's
But
gone.
there is a operating one in Abilene if you want to go.
Is there?
Just 3-hour, 39-minute drive.
Nah, then I'd be in Abilene. I don't want to be there. All right.
Remember the nachos? How bad that we always suspected that they would give you this
Wait,
big
who would?
Chelsea Street pub.
I've never.
Oh,
been
you
to
never
a
went
shop.
there?
No.
Oh my god. We always assumed
No,
they
I did go to
recycled the nachos.
I did go to a Smackies once.
a smack. It was like a Stuckey's.
It was a burger joint that had a seal.
Smackies?
Smacky the seal is their mascot.
Friendly's is in trouble.
Friendly.
I don't even know what that is.
Me either. I just wanted to sound concerned.
It is. I think is it a spinoff of Perkins? There's Perkins throughout the Midwest, and that's what it looks like.
Rallies. That's not a.
There was
Texas
one over
thing.
here
Checkers and
on
Rallies.
North Lamar.
Oh, Checkers is
There was
part
Checkers,
of it.
yeah.
Okay.
Hojo.
Howard Johnson's.
What is that?
Oh,
it was a
come on.
restaurant that was attached to a Howard Johnson's motel. Usually,
Yeah.
On interstates.
they've closed every location except one.
Everyone but one.
Yeah.
I think didn't they start in Manhattan? There was an actual the Howard Johnson's Hotel and Restaurant in Manhattan, and then they decided to spin it off.
Hometown Buffet.
Never heard of it.
There was one. There was one in the parking lot of Fry's.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a hometown buffet.
All right.
Is it still there?
I don't know.
No.
To the internets, my
To the
friend.
internets. Call if you want to comment on any of these things. We'll take your call.
We'll take your call.
512-834-0967.
What chain do you think's going under?
512-834-0967.
Call us and tell your friends about us.
What am I doing?
You're looking up where?
Hometown Buffet.
Yeah. It's not by Fry's anymore. There's a Mongolian place, I think, over there.
Is Fry's
Mongolian
still
grill.
going?
Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
No, we don't have the hometown anymore.
Well, how'd you find it so fast?
I go to the map. I always go to
Maps.
the maps.
Maps is the way to go.
Oh, okay. No, there's
They'll
no.
give you the hours and everything if it's open.
All right. All right.
Who
What's
else is
dying
going under?
next? Crystal. We
That
don't-
now those are that's the knockoff of the
White
White
Castle.
Castle.
Huh. I still had never had a real. I'd love to get a White
Let's
Castle
go.
burger.
Where do you want to
You
go? I
can
think
buy them
Nashville.
frozen in the grocery
Yeah, it's
store.
not the same though.
I had it when I went to Nashville a couple years ago. They had White Castle up there.
I want to go.
I had a fantasy the other night about you and I going to Vegas or something.
Yeah.
Or was it Vegas? Or
Blow?
no, somewhere. No, I'm not doing.
It's coming back.
No. I've never had a hooker hit on me, which is that really tells you
Same.
that you're so nasty looking.
Same. I've seen them walk away fast.
I didn't know that you could go to Vegas and not have a hooker.
Oh, the
hit on
casinos
you
opened up
immediately.
I've never had it happen.
Let's go.
Every time I've walked through
I've been
Vegas,
in a suit.
I've immediately been essentially attacked.
I won a bunch of money once and
by the hooks.
was and bought a suit, an expensive suit, and was walking around. I've never been hit on by a hooker ever, or maybe I just don't pick up on it.
You might look like a cop or something.
Or I'm just ugly. That's it.
That hometown buffet has now become
Thanks for not disagreeing with
a
me.
sushi place.
Perkins, we're getting into Northwest or something.
Oh, so Perkins is going?
Restaurants. Did we have them?
No, Perkins is like a. Do you remember JoJo's? I mean, it's Denny's. Perkins is a Denny's.
Marie Callender's.
Marie Callender's is a Denny's.
We still have one of
But they had pies, remember? That was their claim
come on,
to
bro.
fame, right?
Yeah, but there's no claim to. If you're serving home style food,
right?
But it's
they're
on
all the
183.
same.
It's on 183 near.
I'm just saying that's
everybody's got a pot
that
pie.
was their call. That was their calling card. Was the pie?
I think so. I think it's still there.
People get people would come to your house for a party and they would bring a pie from Marie Callender's.
They have
Let's see.
Man, I can't remember the last time I went there.
Look, famous pies right there. Look, famous. So they can't lie.
You see how they have bakery in their name? I've noticed that anytime a restaurant puts something and bakery,
Right. Bar and grill.
it's generally.
Oh, nope. None in Austin anymore.
They closed the one on 183.
Mm-hmm. Marie Callender's. God, this is a long list.
Sad.
Houlihan's.
That was like a Bennigan's, right?
Yeah. Baja Fresh.
It does say a lot that you went to an article that said what is going to close because of COVID, and we've been doing it for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it just goes on and on. Goes on and on and on. Fuddruckers. Oh, Charlie's. Well, they should go under for just having the name Oh Charlie's.
Never even heard of it.
That looks
What
like a
bad
Bennigan's
name.
kind of.
Yeah, what a bad name.
knockoff.
Cadoba, we don't know what that is.
There was one up
Joe's Crab
in
Shack.
the Arboretum.
That's how C.J. Morgan got his bones.
Yeah.
Working at Joe's Crab Shack in Amarillo.
I feel like Joe's has been closing, though, since the 80s. Feels like.
Is there one left here or not?
I don't think there is.
There was one on 183, and then there was one, of course, downtown. Logan's Roadhouse. That's with the peanuts on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sears. Oh, okay. Now it's 35 brands that are closed.
No.
I
can't do
take
this
it.
topic anymore.
Well, okay.
Let's just do a few.
Let's go to good news then. The HEB that has drive-through barbecue is opening.
Hell yeah.
And that's going to be opening next week with drive-through barbecue. And it's happening in South Austin.
It's the new Congress Avenue.
South Congress,
and
8801
Slaughter.
South Congress and Slaughter. The new $200 million project featured the city's first True Texas Barbecue, which was named the best barbecue chain in 2019. True Texas Barbecue will offer indoor and outdoor seating, children's indoor playground area, drive-through, and the menu is going to offer organic foods and healthy living. Oh, that's inside the store.
Yeah, whatever.
A tortilleria going to be in there. What do these dudes want? What's going on there, Scott? How are you?
Hey, real good. Thanks, Dale. I grew up in a small town in Oregon that had a Little Brave Sambo's restaurant. And I wanted to see if you wanted to circle back to that real quick because I was
No, it made us
member.
really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In this climate.
Bob uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It made us all uncomfortable.
How old were you when it was there?
7, 8, 9.
And then what year are we talking about?
We're talking late 70s.
Okay.
Middle 75 to 79 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 3 of them on the Oregon coast, and they were like in little towns, but it was exactly like you said. It had the theme from the book. It had pictures and murals on the wall from the book.
Yeah.
And nothing but white people inside.
Well,
all right, dude. Thanks, man.
Yep, you bet.
Appreciate it. Here's a restaurant that created a zip line to deliver your food to you.
A zip line.
McCarty's Chicken and Fixins. And they just zip line it right out to you. What's going on there, David?
Hey, guys. Bebop Biblos.
Biblos.
Fuddruckers.
Yes.
Yeah, we've mentioned it actually twice today already.
And the nacho cheese dispenser? Yes, we know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go kill myself.
Well,
Thank
no,
God.
what were you
Nice
gonna?
knowing you.
What were you? Was he just calling to mention it?
Yeah, he was just saying he thought it was going to go under.
I thought years ago after I ate a couple of times, like, okay, the novelty was making your own burger.
Fuddrucker, how many times does Fuddruckers
Cooks.
open and close? You would watch them open at a mall, they'd close, and then like 5 years later, they'd open one on the other section of the mall, and you're like, wait, why are we rolling the dice on the Fuddrucker again?
This is what happens when you move so far out of town. Is the one on Anderson Lane still open?
No, it's been a cover something forever.
Oh, okay.
There's my whole thing with Fuddruckers is they would open a Fuddruckers, you'd go, it was always busy, but then 6 months later they were like, oh, we closed.
Right.
And you're like, oh, what happened?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know whoever's
I
been
lived in Houston, so it kind of depended on where you were at. But the one in the Woodlands is still open, and I don't know how, but it's going strong. So
I miss UR Cooks. When I first got here, they ran ads. We did promotions with them, and it was a place where you went, you picked out your own steak, and you cooked it. And you destroyed it by putting all sorts of sauces and all this stuff on top of it while you were cooking it.
I went to Old San Francisco Steakhouse.
Oh,
I never went.
I never did either.
And it was next to the radio station.
What's your deal?
We never went. We always were
never
talking
wanted
about
community
going.
cheese?
You missed it, bro.
And I heard there was a girl on a swing. I remember the commercials.
I drank a bunch of
come
codeine
see
that
the
night.
girl on the swing, and there was
Yeah.
Bob, did you ever eat there?
Which one?
Old San Francisco Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Steakhouse,
Oh,
right up
hell
the
yeah,
street.
with the community cheese,
I
yeah.
was messed up.
Never ate there.
I was thinking the other day when I was leaving here, because now it's a buffet that I think is not going to
Only
make it through the Cove.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the Old San Francisco Steakhouse, how they had a kind of a show. And I started thinking, you know, there's not a place. When I was a kid, I begged my parents they would take us to Texas Tumbleweed, which, you know, they had a dance floor and they had a band playing or whatever. There was another kind of restaurant similar to that had a giant slide in it in Houston. And if you walked in with a tie, they would ring cowbells and come and cut your tie out.
Yeah.
So there was these restaurants that had like, it's not, I don't know if you want to use theme, but there was a show. And as a kid, you got so excited because you were like, Mom and Dad are taking us out to eat when something happens.
Times.
Okay, that's
Medieval
another
times.
I wanted to go to Medieval Times.
That's still around, right?
But where is...
Maybe in San Antonio.
When's the last time... I mean, the only theme I can think of at a restaurant anymore is going to a Waffle House and watching the patrons beat the S out of each other. But is there any
Watch
other...
furniture being thrown.
Yeah, and there was a girl on a swing at the San Francisco. Are there any restaurants? Are there restaurants? Oh, Gimmick. That's a great name.
Medieval Times is still there. Book your trip to Dallas, it says.
Let's go.
But the old
General admission is $62 a person.
The old San Francisco Steakhouse used to have a block of cheese.
Right. I don't remember that.
Uncovered in the middle of a table.
Were you on? You were on
no,
your
I
phones.
know, but I'm saying it was just unreal.
I was on drugs though. The one gimmicky restaurant in Austin is the conveyor belt place with the
sushi.
Yeah.
What? Don't tell me.
No,
I haven't
that's
been
true.
There. I want to go.
Been there. Yeah.
You know what? And when I'm taking the kids,
it's a bit much.
When it's safe, I'm taking the kids to Medieval Times, and we're getting the Queen's Royalty Package, which includes priority castle access.
I knew you had to go VIP.
First row seating.
I've been once. That was the worst meal I've ever eaten.
And a VIP lanyard and a group photo.
I want to fight.
Go ahead. Chris, what's up?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to say I want to go into business with Chewy.
All right,
this is going to be great.
Chewy is the future. I believe in this guy. And, yeah. So, and I've been having trouble getting a hold of him.
How much are you investing
What's your proposal? Shark Tank it.
Well, actually, it's merch basically, but I've done 40,000 pieces of merch between $15 and $35. So.
Oh, nice. So you thinking about it like a Chewy line?
No, he could just. He's so popular, he could help me in this new line that I'm coming out with.
That's what I just said.
Here it comes. It's a long setup.
Huh?
Oh, you think it's a setup?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is. I'm in. I like it.
Thanks,
I like
guys.
your attitude. I like you.
No. This is not a setup. This is real.
All right. Well, sign me up. I don't know. Tell me where I need to stand. And
Okay. Well, I've emailed you at Chewy at the KLBJFM.com and I haven't heard back from you.
Is this a straight licensing deal? Because I'm as.
It's Chewy at KLBJFM.com. And I'll get nude. I'm willing to do nudity and everything like that. Whatever.
No, I just really believe.
What is the item? What is the item that you're going to sell?
It's merch. It's hoodies. It's T-shirts. It's.
I'd buy it.
Okay. All right. Well, you got his email address. Thank you.
Yeah. Bearden's also got money, so I might want to holler at him, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, weird. Strange.
Yeah, it sounds like a good
Speaking of making money, would y'all do an OnlyFans account? Like, if you're going to make, like, let's say you're going to make about $250K. Would you do a video?
I got to be naked for OnlyFans,
I'd make less than
right?
$2.50.
Like, you got to do this.
Oh, you got to do that?
Can the video?
How much am I making?
Like this?
That woman on Instagram, I've gone there, and I've been very tempted to sign up for a month to see what's going on.
Wasn't the question.
Because they get nasty?
No, but he's saying
yes.
do it as
the fans are going to.
Because that woman on Instagram, I mean.
You charge $10 a person for your OnlyFans, and then you put a couple nasty videos up.
I would never.
You're already doing that in front of a computer screen that has a camera built into it.
Like who famous?
It's just really one step more.
Who mainstream is doing? Is anybody mainstream doing it? Like
Courtney Taylor has an OnlyFans right now.
Does she get nasty?
There's pictures she can't post on Instagram that are on there.
But
yeah.
There's
I haven't bought it, so I don't know.
Is there bubble gum?
It depends on the model, but usually it is all
I know
nudity.
If Courtney Taylor's you've been on there.
I haven't. I'm not gonna pay. Actually, it was free, but I just didn't sign up because I'm.
What was free?
I thought her OnlyFans for a little bit.
Oh,
Kevin from The Office, he's got an OnlyFans.
We got a break.
Well, they're giving it up.
I don't have it today. I'm not picking up on all the subtleties and what was that phone call about?
I don't know.
I know you
guy's
don't
trying to.
You know what? I know you don't have time, but
he thinks he can leverage Chewy's
If you ever get time when you're screening them, ask them what the hell they're going to go into. I don't know what
he thinks he can leverage Chewy's identity and his celebrity to produce a line of maybe casual clothing.
I thought he wanted me to sell his used clothes somewhere.
All right, we got a break.
Because you and I came up with the Chewy name. So
all right, we got a break.
Got to pay us.
I've said that 10 times. Oh, I've got a spot. I got one.